let's check it out. Now, in the spirit of total transparency, we will have a bowl, and inside the bowl there will be cards. And on the cards there will be written the judges' names. So candidates, we will ask you to pick a card, and whomever judge's name is written on the card will ask you the question.
Okay, so candidates, I would like to remind all of you that you have 45 seconds to answer each question. And when you hear this sound, that means that you only have 10 more seconds to wrap up your answer, alright? So, let us begin with our first candidate. Candidate number 7 from Pura. Kindly pick the name of your judge. Good evening. You picked Mr. Omar Sortijas.
Good evening. Your question is, has social media increased the need for validation? Why or why not? One more time. Has social media increased the need for validation? Why or why not?
I strongly believe that social media has two disadvantage and advantage. But for me, as a individual, I believe that social media is very vital nowadays. We should use this as a power to influence. For me, as a marketing professional, I am using social media to influence others. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Binibining Pura. Up next, we have candidate number 9 from San Manuel.
Hi, candidate number 9. Please pick a card. You picked Judge Attorney Leo Escalona.
Hi ma'am, good evening.
Good evening po.
My question is, the purpose of a woman's life is to be at home and raise a family. Do you agree or disagree, and why? So one more. The purpose of a woman's life is to be at home and raise a family. Do you agree or disagree, and why?
I believe that in this modern world, women can do so much thing and they can bring so much on the table. And whether it is in politics, workplace, or in other areas, they could give an inspiration or to embrace other people. Just like us, we are being led by a woman, by itself, our governor, and she was able to influence lots of Tarlakeños, because I believe that the woman in our society is not only at home or for at home. They are the pillar of strength and the foundation of purpose. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Right on time. Up next, we have candidate number 6, Binibining Capas. Alessandra Peralta David. Good evening, Alessandra.
Good evening, how are you?
I'm fine and I'm feeling great and I'm grateful for everyone who has supported me.
Alright, kindly pick your card. You picked Judge Jonas Gafud.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
This is a very silly question, but quite cute. So it's up to you how to be cute. Would you rather be born in the past or born in the future, and why? I repeat, would you rather be born in the past or born in the future, and why?
Well, for me, I rather born in the future. As someone who is a visionary, I always look up to my vision. I always look up and step forward towards my goals. And that is what I want to inspire to the people. That we should step up for ourselves. That we should strive to be the best version of ourselves. And together, we could elevate ourselves and a better community will be built with compassion, empathy, and empowered to thrive. Magandang gabi. Marami pong salamat.
Thank you very much, Binibining Capas. Up next, we have candidate number 13, Binibining Concepcion, Ira Clenet Canlas.
Hi, Binibining number 13. How are you?
I'm feeling good right now and I'm excited to answer the question.
Oh,
Right, that's great. So pick a card.
therefore, kindly pick your card.
All right. You picked Judge Mina Su Choi.
Good evening. My question to you is, how would you define the word empowerment, and how do you think it applies to women today? I'm gonna repeat that again. How would you define the word empowerment, and how do you think it applies to women today?
Empowerment for me is to inspire others. And of course, it applies to women today that we have broken so many barriers and so many fields that we have stepped up to them, not only in the leadership, not only in education, but in all fields. And I believe that this is something that I want to instill to every young woman today that's in here in the MC Park watching us today, that you can empower others too. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Candidate
Thank
number
you
13.
very much. Up next, we have candidate number 8, Binibining Victoria, Alisa Carpio Villanueva.
Good evening, candidate number 8. How are you feeling tonight?
Good evening, I'm doing good.
That's good. Kindly pick a card, please. You picked Judge Miss Ara Arida.
Hello, good evening, Binibining Victoria.
Good evening, Miss Ara.
Here's your question. In the Philippines, cervical cancer and breast cancer are the two leading causes of death for Filipino women. How would you inspire women across the country to prioritize their health and raise awareness about the deadly disease? You want me to repeat it?
Yes.
In the Philippines, cervical cancer and breast cancer are the two leading causes of death for Filipino women. How would you inspire women across the country to prioritize their health and raise awareness about the deadly disease?
Cervical cancer and breast cancer are the deadly diseases that cause our deaf women. And I would like to encourage every woman to take care of their bodies by prioritizing our body, to take periodical checkups so we can be able what our body needs, because I believe our role as a woman is more than just being a mother. It's beyond the corner of our homes. That's why it's a high time for us to prioritize our health so we can have a much more better, greater things to do to inspire and celebrate femininity in the world. Thank you.
Thank you, candidate number 8. Okay, 3 candidates to go. And the next one is candidate number 12, Binibining Moncada, Mary Rose Grande. There.
Hello, Binibining number 12. Are you ready for your question?
Yes, I am ready.
All right. Kindly pick a card, candidate number 12.
You pick Mr. Patrick Lazon.
Good evening, Miss Moncada.
Good evening po.
Hi. So your question is, if you can only choose one, which would you choose? Change the world or change yourself, and why? Let me repeat. If you can only choose one, which one would you choose? Change the world or change yourself, and why?
If I were to choose between if I would change the world or change myself, I would rather choose to change the world. It's in my vision to change the world because we all know that we are being dominated by different social issues nowadays. And our people is suffering from this. And if I would be able to conquer and being able to change the world, I know that we can have a beautiful place where crime is no longer, or crime will never exist, and love and compassion is our only way to show that everyone is cared. Thank you so much, Tarlac Province.
Thank you so much. Candidate number 12.
Maraming salamat po. Up next, we have candidate number 11, Binibining, Tarlac City, Leana Kelly Manuel.
Good evening, candidate number 11. How are you tonight?
I'm doing fine. I'm very grateful to be a part of the top 8.
All right. Congratulations for making it so far. Kindly pick a card. You picked Judge Miss Lailin Su.
Good evening, Binibining, Tarlac City.
Good evening po, ma'am.
Here is your question. What is the one thing you think should be taught in schools that is not already? I repeat the question. What is the one thing you think should be taught in schools that is not already?
As we all know, our government is pushing for the anti-teenage pregnancy policy, and yet people in the government or lawmakers are still against into putting it into schools, even if teenage pregnancy is one of the leading social issues in our country. I believe that once sex education is properly taught to our children and to our students, I believe that we can lessen the teenage pregnancy and avoid it from rising again and continue to prosper as a community. Good evening, Tarlac City.
Thank you very much, Binibini 11 from Tarlac City. Last but not the least, we have candidate number 14, Binibining La Paz, Ayumi Nicole Kayabyab.
Good evening, candidate number 14. You feeling good tonight?
I'm feeling nervous, but it's normal.
Just use that.
Yeah,
As
it's okay.
adrenaline.
Just keep it up. Pick a card, please. You picked our last judge, Mr. Kenneth Kabungkal.
Hello, candidate number 14.
Good evening.
This is your question. What do you think is the biggest misconception people abroad make about Filipinos, and how would you go about working to change that misconception? Do you want me to repeat again?
Yes po.
What do you think is the biggest misconception people abroad make about Filipinos, and how would you go about working to change that misconception?
I think the biggest misconception that abroad people see Filipinos are they call us, sorry for the term, yaya or kasambahay. And I plan to change that by encouraging every Filipino to study hard and prioritize education so that we will be able to raise our voices and to be global leaders that will change the world. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And now that wraps up our first question and answer round.
Yes.
Ladies, you can now breathe easy and prepare for the next segment.
Yes, congratulations, lady. I know that's really tough. Once again, congratulations to our finalists. Let's give them another big round of applause.